Have you ever wondered what the explanation for anorexia is? Well, let's have a look at some biological explanations. First of all, there are some neural explanations. For example, dopamine is associated with interpretations of rewards, pleasure, and harm. So anorexia nervosa could be caused by individuals not receiving pleasure from food because receptors in the brain are overactive and break down dopamine too much, so it's not available for its effects. Basically, the dopamine explanation suggests food consumption is reduced because it is not rewarding for them. This is supported by Kai, not sure how to pronounce that, et al., who used a PET scan to examine dopamine activity in the brains of 10 recovering anorexic women and 12 healthy women. In the anorexic women, overactivity in dopamine receptors was found in the basal ganglia. The second neural explanation is season of birth. Eagles et al. Suggested anorexics are more likely to be born in spring because infections in the womb during pregnancy would be more likely to take place during the second trimester, the critical period for brain development, since this would have taken place in winter for spring babies, which is when infections are more common. This also comes from the idea that temperature at conception would be higher since spring babies are conceived in the summer. This is supported by Willoughby et al., who found no seasonality effect in the development of anorexia in constantly hot regions. There are more biological explanations. For example, the first genetic explanation is supported by twin studies. Klump et al. Reported a heritability estimate of 74% for anorexia in 17-year-old female twins. The remaining variance in latter studies was best attributed to unique rather than shared environmental factors. And then there are some specific genes associated with anorexia. Scott Van Zeeland et al. Found a gene called epoxide hydrolase to be associated with anorexia. This gene is involved in cholesterol metabolism, so many people were found to have abnormally high cholesterol levels when symptoms of anorexia are most severe, which suggests that this gene is causing the disorder. Thank you for listening. Those are just a few biological explanations for anorexia.